Cheers. Good
Cheers.
morning.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good morning.
Let's get
How
in
are you?
sync here. Let's get in
Yes.
alignment.
Okay, here we go.
What's the cheers?
Cheers.
Welcome to Beyond the Cup. Conscious Conversations with Joanna and Michelle.
This is where coffee turns into conversations that go way beyond surface level.
We're talking consciousness, spirituality, relationships, symbolism, healing, psychology, astrology, life, all of it.
Real conversations without a script. Combos that make you think, question, reflect, and maybe even see yourself a little differently.
So grab your coffee, tea, or whatever's in your cup.
And let's go beyond it.
How are you this morning?
Good. Manifestation is always my go-to topic, even though it doesn't seem like it. But I think for a long time, people would call me the manifestation queen. So this topic is just freaking fun. Let's talk about it.
Okay, I first started hearing about manifestation when I started working with a life coach, and another friend of mine introduced me to Abraham Hicks and Esther
Mm.
Hicks.
Hmm.
And whoa, was my mind blown. Like Ask and It Is Given is like one of my all-time favorite books. And I love to listen to Esther and Abraham. For those who don't know who Esther Hicks is and Abraham Hicks, Esther allows quite a few beings channel through her, which collectively she calls them Abraham. And she just allows herself to be the channel and they just tell you everything you need to know about
What's
everything.
cool is that is your own higher self, and a lot of people say they're channeling something, but that something is themselves. It's just their higher selves. So I
It's
think that's
so
kind of cool.
cool.
When I went to go see Abraham Hicks I think I was in San Francisco. Yeah, I was there. It got to the point where you're resonating at that frequency in the room that I couldn't find the right words to formulate a question because the answer came to me before I could even answer, formulate a question. So it's like I had no questions, and I'm like, huh. It's like all the answers are just there because you were at an alignment, like in a different frequency, that every freaking question you could possibly think of, the answer just came to you. And I'm like, this is weird. I have no questions left to even.
Because it's already been answered.
Yeah,
But
it's
it's
so
like when you
cool.
when you tap into that, and I think, okay, so let's talk a little bit about,
How it
well,
works.
yes, how it works, but also I really want to tap into the frequency, the spiral, upward, downward,
Hmm.
and the vortex, the zone, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, let's start talking about that. What works for you? I mean, I
Okay,
know what works
so
for me.
I think it's because I've been this way since I was little that I guess because I was clairvoyant or have always been, oh, we're talking about the clairs today. So it's
Exactly.
gonna kind of intertwine, but I was always clairvoyant. And so I would see things, then it would happen, etc. So it gave me the faith and knowing that it was just gonna be that way. I kind of just
That
had a
it's possible.
knowing. Yeah. So when I would think of something, why would I think it wouldn't end up that way? I just kind of, mhm,
See,
like last episode, let go and let God. I
well,
just,
that's so cool that you had that, because like growing up, I wasn't in tune with my clairsenses. It wasn't until later on that clairaudience, where clairaudience is a clear hearing. And so it was my higher self telling me, get him to the vet for my dog, because my dog ended up having lymphoma. But it was when I was meditating and I heard that in my own head, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Yes. I'm just like, what? And I'm like, okay. So then I thought, I'm going crazy, right? I'm crazy. So then it was another time that it woke me up super loud in my sleep.
yeah.
And from there, it just opened up a whole bunch of things. Whole bunch of things.
It's weird because like when you're hearing it, you're probably like, what is that? With me seeing it, sometimes I see random people. and they're just staring back at me. And I'm like, who are you? And they're like, who the fuck are you? And we're just looking at each other. If I was a sketch artist, I would be like, hey, is someone out there that looked like this? Did you see me in your head? Because I swear, a lot of times I'm like, who is this random person? So it's so cool, like the visual and the so for those that don't know, clairvoyant is visually seeing, like with your third eye. And then what you said with the hearing, but then there's claircognizant, which is knowing. You just know things and you don't know how you know them, but you just know them. And it's very, you know it like deep
And
down,
you don't
down.
know where it came from, but
Yeah, it's
you
like, no,
know
I
it.
know that this is it. How do you know? I don't know, but I know. And like that's when it's claircognizant.
My clairaudience, I thought opened first. Clairvoyance was gifted later on after I started really diving in and doing different intuitive development because I really wanted to understand all that. So I ended up really with Reiki when I started practicing Reiki and I was attuned, then I became more clairsentient, so a feeling. So when I'm able to work on others, I can feel it and sense it. And it's
Mhm.
really it's a curse and a blessing because it guides me to where I need to go and help people, but it's also I physically feel it in my body where I need to go so I can feel their pain and stuff. So
Yeah.
uh but it's only for that moment to guide
You
me.
right. And I think like a lot of people who are possibly scared of any of these things, like it's something that naturally we're gifted with. Like we are all like this. It's just the closer you are to that attunement, like the more aligned you are and the if your Wi-Fi is working and you're connected to all that is, you're going to naturally receive all that. It's just in different ways and some have it stronger than others.
For sure. And it's tuning in and really understanding it. And I remember like wanting more. Like I wanted to see for so long and it's like I wasn't ready to see that. But when I was ready, then it was gifted. It's what you're ready for and what they want you to know and see.
Yeah. It, I
Um,
have go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead.
I have a story though. It's about my clairvoyance when I was little. I think it was 1994. It was 1994. And we were watching the US and Colombia play in the World Cup. And I asked my mom because I was watching it and then I in my head I saw our own as in Colombia kick the goal like how do I say this? Like it was an auto goal. Like they kicked their own goal instead of
Yes, they
hitting
made
it
their
in the
own goal.
US goal.
Yes.
Right. So, right when I was asking my mom, I said, hey, what happens if you kick it into your own, goal? And before I could even get it out, it happened. So, right after that, he went home, the Colombian guy who did that, and they killed him. And yeah, it was so sad because he did nothing. I mean, it was a mistake, but they killed him. And for a long time, because I was young and didn't understand this, I'm like, did I manifest this because I saw it before it happened? And then the guy ends up getting killed and now it's my fault. Like, I had
That's
the
scary.
scariest, yeah, I felt guilty. I felt like I didn't understand the difference between manifesting something and seeing it ahead of time and all that, even though time is
Yours is,
irrelevant.
it was more like a prediction, like what you
Yeah.
saw. Yeah.
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 And so I was like, oh God, he got killed. And I'm like, oh my God, did I make this happen? And it wasn't until obviously like now in this decade in my 40s that I'm just like understanding it completely now. And I'm like, oh, okay. So because time is not a thing, like I just saw outside of time something that I was already focused on. And it wasn't that I manifested it, it was that I just saw what was happening and it wasn't really my fault. And then when we look at manifestation as something that we're creating, it's really just an intention that we're setting to jump us into the timeline where that is the answer, where we're getting that thing we want. It's
Correct.
aligning ourselves to that.
It is, and besides thinking it and like putting it out there and setting the intention, it's feeling as if it already happened. So you can be at that vibrational match. Because if you're not at that vibrational match, it's not going to come to you. It's there ready for you, but you have to be there vibrationally to match it so you can be ready to receive it.
Right. And just like you said, like Abraham Hicks says this a lot, how if you're coming from a place of lack and you want something, you're in that, if we're looking at the spiral of lower, frequency and higher frequency, we're asking from a place down here wanting this
Yes,
instead of knowing that we just need to align to this higher frequency to receive that.
correct. And it's
Because the more you ask down here, you're still down here. Therefore, you're not going to receive it because you're just not changing or attuning yourself to that channel.
exactly, and that's the thing. Everybody thinks it's something difficult, which I
It
feel like
is in a way, but it's
it
not.
is. It is. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah.
And I have learned over time that the quickest way to raise your vibration, your frequency is through gratitude. Gratitude, is just like realizing what you already have. I'm
And
so
then you don't
grateful
need it
for,
anymore or you don't want it
correct.
anymore. You're like, "Oh, I'm good where I'm at." And then
And
it
then it's,
comes.
guess what?
That's
Yes,
why people, when
yes,
they say, you know what, this year I'm not going to have any boyfriends and this year I'm not going to talk to no guy. And then what happens? You meet the man of your like dreams or whatever.
for
It's
sure.
always when you like let it go and you're like, you know what I want, but you also don't know what you need either, right? So, in that sense, you put it out there as in the intention, but whatever's best for you is going to come. And sometimes, in the back of your mind or unconsciously, you could still have some focus and energy into one thing. And it's not until you kind of let it go. It's always letting go that it comes back. Or I wish that no, actually this happened to me when I was I was talking and I was like, oh, I really hope I get my certification before the end of the year. And then Keith gets home and he's like, this was in the mail. And that same day, it was already there. And I'm like, wow, I was just asking to get it before the end of the year, but I already got it. And it was just manifested. Boom. But it happens so often because I just let it go.
Well, and two, I mean, to me, I think it's important to like live intentionally because intention is everything. Because energy flows where your intention guides it to go. I always say that. And I love that because what you set your intention to, that energy can flow to that intention. Again, like you said, though, you can set that intention, but you have to surrender it in order for it to then come. Because if you're so focused on it, guess what? You're focused on not having it. And that's the lack. And then that's where you're not that match. You're not that magnetic force that you're going to attract it to you anymore
Right.
because you're coming from that.
So the key here is raising your frequency,
Hmm.
period. And that's where the
Exactly.
emotional scale comes in because if our emotions are down
Out of
at a
fear,
at a
anger.
yeah, and we're like at a one state, how do you expect to receive a 10, like 10 stuff, which is happy and gratitude and bliss and all that? Like you have to make your way up. And sometimes it's really hard when you're down here to get up here. So even if it's just in the middle and you're neutral,
That's better than the low because you're
exactly.
you're starting. But and like I said, so like being grateful and having gratitude, that's just I always say go broad. Like I am so grateful for this roof over my head. Like I have a roof over my head. Even if you don't have a roof over your head, your heart is beating.
Hmm.
Like you're grateful that you're here to have this moment, this moment in time today. You go as wide as you can. Like I'm so grateful I have my dog sitting on my lap that I could pet and just cuddle with, right? I'm so grateful that I
Hmm.
have a good core of friends, my soul family that I
I
get
was
to.
I was gonna say, like, cheers to our friends and to Yashmin,
Yes.
for yes, shout out to her,
Happy
happy
present.
present, for being in the now, teaching us, or reminding us actually to always be in the now. And so she always says happy present, and we love it because that's what we need to be grateful for, like the now.
Hmm.
Now is everything.
Now
Now
is
is
the
always.
only, and it's the only thing we have, right? Now.
Yeah, and now.
Yep.
And now.
Oh, I love it. So cool.
What are the
So,
other
so cool.
Claires? I know I'm missing some.
Um, okay, so Claire, is it Clairgutians, which is where you taste?
Oh,
Think
yeah. What does
yes.
that do?
Okay, so it's basically like you can have a taste in your mouth, like it's something that you ate before. Like you're at a restaurant and you eat this bread,
I
but
know, but
you
like,
know
how does
you,
it benefit you?
well, because okay, it could remind you of a past life that you had, of where you, it may bring a memory from somewhere else. I had a
I had a
friend
muffin
who,
in a past life.
no, no,
Woohoo.
no, I had a friend who was at,
I'm
say,
joking.
Mediterranean restaurant and she was eating the naan or something like that. And she just had this like, besides the taste brought her to this like kind of flashback, clairvoyant moment of her being in another time and place. So
Hmm.
it's pretty cool. And then the scent one, I can't recall the name right now, but it's where you could smell. So like you could be somewhere and you smell that person's perfume and you're like, "Oh my God, where are they?" But they have passed.
Hmm.
But you smell their perfume. Or like for instance, my uncle when he passed, I was headed to his funeral and I was sitting in the car and all I could smell was smoke and I'm just like there's nobody smoking a cigarette in my car right now, but I could smell and he passed away from emphysema. He was a smoker.
So it's our
So
five senses, but extracted into like extra sensory.
It's yes. Yes. It's like because when I use the clairsentient to feel, I'm feeling it within me, not like, and I'm feeling like certain things on my skin, but it's not like I'm touching them. I don't have to touch them to do it.
Yeah.
I place my hands over them. The knowing is just this freaking knowing. It's this wisdom like within the claircognizant, right? You're just like, whoa, how the heck do I know that?
Hmm.
But you
Aquarius
know.
people are very, I know, they're very claircognizant, and my Aquarius rising tells me so. um, yeah, they're very Aquarius intellectual, knowing, down quick downloads, Uranus lightning energy, like it's just whoosh, I know, you know?
And it's crazy, you know. If you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. So I love it. It's just been such a cool journey to really like just
Unpack it all.
to explore, right? To
Yeah.
explore.
Like, what is
Uh
this? What does this do? How does it work?
yeah, and then once you start to tune in, it just happens without you having to tune in. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've said it before, like I always wanted to just be connected to my spirit team. I just always wanted that Wi-Fi connection it to be on and not have to go into meditation for it. And I don't because if there's something happening, then that's like I'll hear something and I'm like, okay. A lot of times when we go on vacation, it's the coolest thing. I never got to meet my father-in-law while he was alive. I met my husband after my father-in-law passed. So I had an experience where I was with a psychic medium and he came through and I was able to kind of chat with him. But then I took it a step further and I meditated and connected with him. And now I have this connection with him completely. And it's the coolest thing because whenever we're on vacation in the summer at our timeshare, he somehow always comes through, whether he's telling me something to share with my husband or a person comes up and he acts just like my father-in-law would act. It's the
Mm.
coolest, coolest thing. So it's like knowing that even though they're not physically here, they're always still with us. That's the coolest thing to me. And I
Well, I
love being
think
able
that
to connect.
we have like a wall up of because we don't understand things. But when that wall falls and we have that connection, the wall is just fallen now. Like that connection, you just
It's always
know it's
there.
you know how it works now, so you know how to use it. Therefore, it just is. And
The
it's just
veil.
natural. Yeah.
The
The
veil
veil
is,
has lifted.
yes, exactly, exactly. It's so, so cool. One part of your manifestation I know is like the coolest thing you get for validation is the
Mm.
FedEx truck.
Yeah. So that was, yeah, another story of when it was I don't know what summer it was, maybe 2020. I don't remember. Yeah, I think it was the summer of 2020. And I had every time I went to the bathroom, there's a window there, and you could see what the highway far away. And I can't see it anymore. I guess the trees grew or something because
True.
I don't see it anymore. But every time I would go to the bathroom, and this is at different times of the day, I would see the FedEx truck, and I never thought anything of it. I'm just like, oh, a FedEx truck is passing. Actually, I didn't even think it. Like it just was. And it was when the FedEx truck did not pass this one day that I realized, wait, it's been passing all the time. How come it's not passing now? Right. Then it made me think, I've been coming to the bathroom at random times. Why do I see a FedEx truck? And then I realized, oh, when I didn't see one, I was not in alignment, but all the other times I was. So I started to pick up on it. And then when I'm talking to somebody and I need a sign or something, boom, FedEx truck. I'm trying to make a decision and it's like, should I do this? Boom, FedEx truck. Like whatever the symbol, like whatever's happening, and it's trying to give me some type of, you know,
Sign.
whatever sign,
Like just validation,
it's
something.
there. Like it just shows up to tell me, yeah, here I am. Like we're paying attention. And to some people, it's something else, right? But it's what you pay attention to. And that happened to be the FedEx truck at that time. But then now it's always the FedEx truck.
Well, you could be out and about, like you're going to Publix, and all of a sudden you're talking about something, you're like, oh, FedEx, and it's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you're in
Mm-hmm.
alignment. I
Uh-huh.
love it. It's the coolest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of people, like that's where like the angel numbers come in.
Mm-hmm.
They'll see the 444.
One.
We always, yep, 1111 or 111. We're always screenshotting it and sending it to each other in our group because that just shows we're all like, okay, everybody take this moment and
Mm-hmm.
sink in,
And
right?
sync up. Yeah. Because
Yeah,
when we start, one person shows the other one, that's like they become more aligned and then they start seeing it. And then next thing you know, we're all getting numbers all day long. And it's like, we're
the
in
rip,
sync.
the ripple effect, right? That's
Yeah.
what
So
we're
you're
all
not only
about.
in alignment there, but then your alignment there.
Yes, yes.
Like,
We're all about that. I love it.
yeah. So
So cool.
manifestation is great. You just have to really surrender, I think is the right word, to receive. You need to surrender to receive, and you need to align to a higher frequency in
Frequency.
order to jump into the timeline of what you want. And,
Absolutely.
sometimes we get even greater things than what we ask for if we just let go. So,
It's all divine time. It's not on our time.
right.
We could want something and think that it's the time that we need it, but it's not. It will come in divine time because that's the way it
And the
works.
more aligned that you are, the
The
quicker
more
that
divine.
time is. Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
that's the point. It's just alignment. It's just
Align with
in
the
this one
divine.
now time of now, are you aligned? Okay, how about now? Are you aligned? How about now? Are you aligned? It's only that's all it is.
Yes,
That's it.
yes. So true. So true.
So,
Eee, I love it. Yay.
yay!
Thank you. Cheers.
Love our conversations. We need to get this
Love.
alignment. What's up?
Okay,
Look,
wait a
one, two, three.
second.
All right, so I will see you next time for a
All right.
very fun episode.
Yes, can't wait. I'll see you
Should
next
we
time.
share should we share what that episode is?
You decide. Sending you love and light.
Okay, just stay tuned. It's gonna be
Yes,
fun.
stay tuned.
Thank you for sitting with us for another conscious conversation beyond the cup. If something resonated with you today, please share it, comment, subscribe, and send it to someone who is also asking the deeper questions about life. Until next time, keep expanding, keep questioning, and keep going beyond the surface and the cup. We'll see you guys next time. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. Let's have a cup of tea.